Welcome, welcome, welcome to week 8. I had put into the guides and the files a worksheet that you could print off. It's just a sample, all right? It is just a sample so that you could stack and list out all of the tolerances or prosperity leaks that you are encountering but haven't been conscious that you're encountering. So the first thing I want to do is remind you how to do cortices. Okay, cortices is tapping on balancing both hemispheres of the brain with the heart brain and the gut brain. Okay, it's an integration process to de-stress the body. It's really, really important for you. So we're going to rub our hands together. You can follow along with me as we do this. I'm going to keep talking though. All you have to do is put one hand on the occiput here where the ridge of the head meets the neck. And with your other hand, you're going to tap on the top of your head. You're not going to tap on one side or the other side. You're kind of going to tap in the middle here so we integrate both sides at the same time. If that's awkward for you, tap around the head, okay? And as you do this, I need you to inhale and exhale. You're going to focus on your breathing. I'm going to focus on chatting, all right? So we tap on the heart and you inhale and exhale. 2 big deep breaths. And then you tap on the belly and you inhale and exhale. So 3 positions. You're going to move one hand to the next position. You're building a bridge from the right hemisphere to the left hemisphere or vice versa. It doesn't matter which way is which, but you're going to build a bridge here. And then you're going to tap on the top of your head as you inhale and exhale, breathing in as deep as you can and letting it go. On your heart, breathing in and letting it go. And on your belly, breathing in and letting it go. You're going to put your hand on the next position. We're just building bridges around the skull because inside of your skull is all that neurology, all those nerve endings. You want to integrate the 2 of them here and then I got myself confused, 2 of them, and then on your heart complex and then on your belly complex. Okay, and we're going to do it again. Eyes open or closed. Okay, I'm fractured. I'm going to take a break here for a minute. I'm just going to do what's called switching. It's because I'm trying to talk and do it at the same time. There we go. So hand up here, you're going to tap. You're going to tap on your heart. You're going to tap on your belly. You're going to bring your hand to your prefrontal cortex here, your forehead. This is where we do a lot of our planning and thinking. You're going to tap on your head. You're going to tap on your chest. Yawning is good. That means we've integrated something. That means your central nervous system is relaxing and rebooting, and you're going to tap on your belly. Your belly is a brain. I think we've talked about the 3 brains in some of these exercises. If not, I can make another video. Then you take these 2 bones and you lock them into your cheekbone here. You wrap it across like over the ear here. And the same on this side. It's like taking an extension cord and plugging it in. And you're just going to hold it there for a minute. And when you're ready, you're going to take one hand away. It's going to do the tapping to integrate the mind, the heart, and the belly. You're going to put it back. And you're going to tap to even this out, make it even on both sides. Mind, the heart, and the belly. You don't have to rush when you're doing this. Now, the reason we start with the cortices, and you can keep tapping. If any of you know EFT tapping, you could tap on any of these meridian points as well. Allow yourself to simply shift and move the energy. It is so important. We tend to think or store everything that's ever happened to us as if we're a dump truck holding on all to the garbage. We don't want to hold on to the garbage. All of these different points, this is the kidney meridian, the fear meridian, and for some people this is really tender. You can do this on the steering wheel of your car, you can do it on the side of your table. It starts moving energy. But the underlying theory, behind the Cortices technique is that all your symptoms, your conditions, and our diseases are reflected in the brain at some level. Now, if you're familiar with New German medicine, they were able to take scans of the brain and by the rings that were around different areas, see where the next disease or cancer is showing up. So if you haven't ever looked at New German medicine, do that. It is fascinating. I'm not going to go into that right now, but I want you to know, that yawning is the second best exercise you can give your body. Orgasm's the first, but we don't do that in public. Okay? Yawning means you've literally gone through all of the vertebrae, all of the nerve supply in your spine and brain, nerve endings, and rebooted. You're clearing out blown fuses, stress frequencies, anywhere that the body isn't communicating properly. So I'm just going to do cortices again. You cannot overdose in cortices. Okay, in fact, the more you do it, the calmer your brain is going to be. And it's really, really fascinating. Like, people think this is so silly, but I've been doing this for 30 years. And part of me really believes that doing cortices on my mother every day when she was in her 70s and 80s and 90s is what prevented her from getting dementia until the end there. Excuse me. Yawning is catching. Don't hide it. It's okay. I can't see you yawn. It's all good. So, cortices, I would say, is the single most critical procedure in the BodyTalk protocol. It addresses the entire body-mind hologram and complex in this organism that we call you. Okay? It clears away the spiritual debris and entities and viruses and bacteria. It does so much good for the body, really. And studies that have shown infrared photography of patients with various symptoms found that there are cold spots in the brain that aren't receiving enough oxygen and blood supply. When we do the cortices over time, this starts cleaning up. So people with MS, people who have dyslexia, people with anxiety, with depression, all of this cellular activity in both hemispheres of the brain really helps the brain. I call it like a brain echo, but it helps mirror the left and the right hemisphere of the brain so that they work together. Because if you are stressed, have you ever sat there and you're sitting there like this and you're trying to think your way through a problem? It doesn't work. You can sit this way and think your way through a problem, or this way, or this way. When a problem gets solved, literally, is when you're stroking your chin, because you're harmonizing both hemispheres of the brain to work together, or you're holding your head like this. And again, you're waking up all the neuron activity in here and accessing all the files together. So the key in moving through the process that we're doing every day, and I think I will take that video and put it at the front with section 1 as well, is when you're doing the cortices, you don't get stuck. Everything starts to flow, okay? The cellular activity in the neurons wakes up any cold spots and restores the activity. I don't know how to say that any differently. From a consciousness perspective, the brain symbolizes all the belief systems that we have considered and locked in and stored. And they act as filters to any new information that's coming in, okay, in our life. When we balance the brain using the Cortices technique, we bring understanding, that helps release the active memories and belief systems. Now, another one that's really good is around here. This is gallbladder meridian. I'm doing this because it was my gallbladder that was giving me the panic attack and all the emotions that I had stored in there that just got stuck. The clearer the brain is, the more of the tapping that you do, this is gallbladder meridian here too, the healthier your entire body is going to be. Oh, it is such an important tool, even if it messes up my hair. It is such an important tool that I call it fast aid. If I see a child that's fallen down and injured, I will tap at their cortices first. I can go into so many stories how cortices have reversed shock in the physical body and allowed the person's own healing technique to start taking up. And the really cool thing, if you want to get into the sciences, it's working on the frontal, parietal, occipital, the temporal lobes of the brain. That's why we touch all of these areas. And it balances the cortical levels. Oh, excuse me. I'm obviously clearing up more stuff here. And it works with the limbic, so your memory systems where you're taking in information here, but also the reptilian brain. The reptilian brain, your spinal column, was your very first brain, and it's just concerned with fight, flight, survival. But nowadays, we don't get much respite from all of the input of information, so we go into freeze. By doing the cortices, you can unlock all of that. And you won't feel overwhelmed anymore. In fact, it'll be like all of you is online and you can balance and harmonize everything. So the amygdala will still work. The amygdala will still compare what's going on in the environment and the stored memories and determine whether or not the situation you're in at the moment is dangerous to your survival or not. But it will do that with updated reference points and not release the hormones, the cortisol, the adrenaline, so that you're not in continuous fight or flight, I guess is how I want to say this. I'm going to turn this off and stop yawning. I think I need to get myself a glass of water too. The amygdala will operate the way it was designed to in caveman times. But like I said, it upgrades the reference points to integrate and utilize the new information that it has there. Okay? So do your cortices, enjoy it, let yourself play. You can do it in the shower, you can do it sitting on the john, you can do it while you're waiting for your coffee. You can do it standing at a bus stop. The funny thing is, nobody else is going to notice because they're all in their phones. They won't even see you doing it. So allow yourself to enjoy. The more you do the cortices, the more rebalanced your amygdala, your brain function, your body symptoms, your stress levels, it'll all be reduced and relieved. It's such an important technique, and it has such wide-ranging benefits to everything. It's even been known to take people out of comas. Oh, the stories I could tell you. But anyways, enough for now. This is cortices. I want you to start practicing this at every single module that you do, every week that we're doing, because it's going to help you move through it easier. I think because I didn't stress this enough, that's why some of you are getting stuck. Anyways.